Greetings, greetings. Welcome to Butterfly Transformations. You are with Tanisha Ali, and this is the third video. Well, I don't know if I'll release it as the third video, but this is supposed to be the third video in our Manifesting Love series. And we're talking about embracing the love frequency. All right. If this looks like something that you want to stick around for, please don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, share, and comment button so that we can get this message out. Feel free to write in the comment section that you made it to the end. Also, feel free to let me know what other topics you would like me to bring to you in this particular series. I have a framework of topics that I really feel are important to talk about, and this happens to be one of them. And it's about embracing and cultivating the love frequency. And I want to talk about that because like attracts like, right? And although people may get tired of hearing this, it is so important to begin to understand how your vibrational attunement determines what is going to happen in your outer reality. I can promise you it's law, and there is just no other way that it is. And if you try to push up against that, or you try to live in a different way, you're going to produce a series of creations that you're not going to be happy with. It is so important that you understand that the things you want to draw into your life need to be representative of the things that you are able to manifest for yourself. By the same token, whatever it is that you currently are, whatever state it is that you're currently in, when you're looking for a relationship, which you shouldn't be looking for one anyway, not only because you want to attract it, but as the divine feminine, you need to be in a space of fullness and wholeness so that you can get your greatest version of your counterpart. So it's important to understand that wherever you are, you guys see my eye is kind of sleepy. It's kind of lagging today. I don't know what's going on. That's been happening to me for about the last week, every day in the middle of the day. So anyway, it's important to really understand, what does it mean to be in the love frequency, to embrace the love frequency? What does it mean to nurture that vibration so that I can attract the very thing that I want into my life? Because if I don't, I'm going to attract exactly where I am. If I know I'm in a state where I just came out of a toxic relationship, I haven't up-leveled from that. I was in a codependent situation. I was in a situation with a narcissist. I was being used and abused in a situation. I was being called out of my name. All of these sorts of unhealthy things. Understand that you are not going to get a better one. You're just going to get another one. You're not going to get a better one. You're just going to get another one. So in order to get what it is that you really want, y'all, my eyes acting up. You really have to change your state. You have to change who you are so that you can attract the very thing into your life that you want. And there's a really, really important point that I wanted to piggyback off of when I talked about, oh gosh, I can't believe I can't remember what it is. I hate that. I hated it. But, yeah, when you are doing that kind of vibrational work, you want to come from a place of wholeness. You want to come from a place of completion, because when you don't, you attract the person that is dealing with some of the same issues that you are. Now, oftentimes when we complete a karmic cycle, we can experience a vast up-leveling where we shed and we are purified and we are cleansed and we are purged of those old patterns. That can happen for a multitude of reasons. It can happen because, you come up against, you've been in this dark night of the soul for a while with regard to certain patterns in relationships, and you get to a point where you get that last devil energy or that last lesson, you slay those demons, and the reward is you go to the next stage. Just like Pac-Man or Mario Brothers, right? You have to defeat that thing at the end, and you have to show that you're really strong in your energy and in your power, and then when you do, you go to the next level. And it's not that you don't have challenges, it's just that at every new level, there's another devil. So there are different kinds of challenges that you may experience because you purged yourself of those particular challenges. Especially when you're someone moving along the path of being a truth seeker, when you're a soul-searching individual, when you put your best out into the world, when you have a sincere heart, Spirit is always working for you to remove the veils so that you can get to even higher levels of consciousness. So you are protected when you're in that energy. It's not until you go against nature, or you go against the harmony of goodness that exists in terms of possibility, that you bring down trial and tribulation on yourself. So if you stay in the right energy, you're going to always be learning. You're going to always be getting better, hopefully, as long as you're seeking to grow and close doors and then open new doors. So before I dig into the main issue of that topic, I wanted to share July 19th. I was going to share this in my video yesterday, but I didn't. But I was out with a friend yesterday who had a copy of my book, and this was brought to my attention as the message for the day. And I thought to myself, oh my gosh, what a timely message. So I want to share it with you. It's July 19th. This is my book, Manifesting Your Masterpiece, the masterpiece of your life. Cultivate love from within. In order to attract the relationship of your dreams, you need to vibrate the love frequency. Take advantage of the opportunities to show and give love that are already in your life. In order to magnetize what you desire to come into your life, you must appreciate the examples of that thing already present in your life. If you spend your time complaining about what you don't have, or being ungrateful for the people currently in your life who are trying to show you love and concern, it's going to be difficult for you to attract what you want into your life. Remember, when we're doing attraction, when we're ungrateful, when we focus on the negativity, it expands in our life. It causes us to contract. Our energy contracts, which means less abundance, less goodness, less positivity, less high vibration can actually come in. It also causes the brain to shift into the reticular activating system, shows us more of what we're paying attention to. That's its job, because the brain getting in and taking in over 4 billion bits of information every second, you would blow up. You would implode. So the brain has to filter. And what does it show you? What does it draw your attention to? More of what you're already looking at. So if you're in the past whining, complaining, bitching and moaning, you're going to have more of that mortifying, unpleasant, dysfunctional kind of an experience. If you shift into the way love is present in your life already, and you begin to show gratitude and you captivate that attitude of appreciation, then what that's going to do is that is what is going to expand. And in you doing that, you're communicating and sending out a message to the cosmos, and our desires and what we focus on order up certain realities and manifest and bring things towards us. If you don't understand that concept, you really got to do a little bit of study of quantum physics. You have to study the dynamics of energy, vibration, and entanglement. It's really, really important for you to understand that there are certain quantum laws that belie our physical reality. And if we align with these spiritual and energetic principles, we can literally become the magicians and the creators of our lives, because that's really our divine blueprint. It really, really is. Okay? Back to the book. Focusing on the lack of love that you have in your life will never bring love. The opposite actually happens. Negativity also chases away love. This is going back to something that I put in one of the videos on vibrational alignment some weeks ago. You can manifest someone into your life because of a particular space you happen to be in energetically in a particular moment. And if you, at the time that you no longer resonate with that person, or at the time that it becomes clear in their energy field, not consciously necessarily, that you're not a match for them, you won't be able to hold on to that person. Okay, because that person is moving up, that person is ascending, and your energy does not match theirs. That's why it's important to understand, when you're trying to work with people in relationships and you're experiencing incompatibility, it's important to recognize that stuff early. We have this habit of dragging this stuff out over years and years and years, trying to work with somebody, trying to give them therapy, trying to, while they're, they may be telling you to talk to the hand, or it may feel like you're talking to the hand, because nothing is actually being absorbed, but you're beating your head up against a wall, trying to change someone, trying to enlighten someone to another way of doing something that will move the relationship forward, and you find it simply doesn't work in the end. But you've invested all this time, and the more time you invest, the more you feel you need to continue to invest to try to make this thing work. When what we need to become busy about is really becoming very discerning about what it is that we require in terms of a matching value set when we're looking for and interacting with potential love and soulmates, and really determining when someone is not a good fit and paying attention to those red flags that I was talking about yesterday. Because when someone doesn't fit with your vibration and that alarm goes off and that intuition begins to bring in feedback from what is happening in that person's energy field and tries to advise you as to what you need to do to move out of that relationship, and you go against that, you're not going to be successful. And what inevitably happens is you end up in a situation where you have to end up parting with that person, or either you give your blood, sweat, and tears to a situation and you still end up losing, and it takes a toll on your physical health. Okay, emotionally and mentally, you're stressed out, you're worn out, you're exhausted. Spiritually, you're depleted. All right, energetically, you are drained. Financially, you may be in a place where you're no longer even viable. So it's so important to determine the mindset that you're in when you're attracting someone into your life. Because if you have a negative mindset and everything in your world is negative, you're going to find that same type of person. Or if you find someone who is different and who is in better shape than you are, the likelihood of you being able to have a healthy and happy relationship with that person that endures, it simply isn't going to happen. And for someone who's an empress, there's no way under the sun someone like that can remain in your life. Because I believe, my personal belief is that with the exception of a few percent of the people on the planet, we are all designed to have a series of experiences that up-level us. And there may be no particular relationship that we are designed to be in from the cradle to the grave. Because you're changing. If you're doing your inner work and you're up-leveling, and if you don't have attachments to life and to people, you recognize that experiences come in to grow us for a reason, for a season, sometimes for a lifetime, when you're at a certain vibrational frequency of compatibility with the person. But when you are not, you understand that when it is time to leave something, you walk away from that thing, and you know that you're walking towards something better. You're walking towards something greater that actually mirrors who you really are at this particular time in your life. So that's very important. So you want to cultivate not just positivity and saying affirmations. You want to shift your energy, and you want to embrace a prosperity consciousness. You want to understand the gift of life. You want to be in a constructive place. You want to always be developing yourself. You want to constantly be on the edge of spiritual refinement, soul searching, and personal growth and development. I'm always on a PDF, a personal development plan. That's my middle name, because I'm always growing. I always want to be better. I want to do better. I want to shift out of the patterns that have kept me trapped. I want to move beyond the habits and the things that keep me in that devil energy, whatever that sense of restriction or captivity or toxicity may be. And that's the space that you need to be in. And in order to do that kind of work, it has to be something that you embrace on a regular basis consistently. And you can look at the people around you and what they're mirroring back to you to help you to determine if you're on the right page or not. So we talk about this, negativity chasing away love. Many times women have very viable options for love in their life, and they choose to run towards the distorted masculine images that are in their lives, because we have been conditioned to believe that manhood looks like this, or manhood looks like that, or manhood looks like a womanizer, or manhood looks like a man who's emotionally unavailable and can't communicate to you his feelings, or manhood looks like a man who needs to rule over you, or he needs to dominate. And so when you see those kinds of traits, you actually embrace them. And when someone comes into your life who actually exemplifies what a healthy and balanced masculine energy is, you're not able to really embrace that. So we have to really look at where we are when we are attracting these relationships. And it helps to read books, it helps to go to seminars, it helps to do research, it helps to journal, it helps to look at your past and some of the lessons that you've learned. Dwelling in negative emotions makes you ugly on the inside and even uglier on the outside in terms of the energy you emit. It's a miserable place to be and will never bring you a loving relationship. You must also love yourself in order to be able to give and receive love. If I don't love myself, we say this, is so cliche, I'm not going to really get love. Getting love is setting limits, having strong boundaries, and not rolling over and playing dead in life or in a relationship. Loving yourself is honoring yourself, honoring and being in touch with your needs and your desires, and being able to creatively express who you are in relationship to other people and the world. If you're not in a space of enjoying life and enjoying who you are and respecting yourself, then what you're doing is you're devaluing yourself, you're disrespecting yourself, you're not taking care of yourself, and that is what allows you to attract a counterpart into your life who will do the same thing. And that's another reason why these relationships drag out. And they drag out and they drag out because you see the warning signs. You recognize that someone is not honoring you, that they're not treating you correctly, and you don't put a stop to it. Instead of listening to your intuition, you talk yourself out of it. So it's a total overhaul that we have to do, all right? You must also love yourself in order to be able to give and receive love. Said that. Loving yourself allows you to experience the divine and get in touch with the deepest part of you, that is love. That is your essential nature. One of the highest vibrations that exists. That is your essential nature. It needs nothing. It is already complete. But if you don't start spending time with it, and you don't get to know your essence, and you don't get to know yourself, and all you do is get into one relationship after the other and distract yourself, then it puts you in a place where you become more vulnerable, which oftentimes is going to lead to your own downfall. When you don't love yourself, you communicate a needy frequency that actually repels love. If you seek a loving relationship, be open to receiving that. Believe that it exists. Open yourself up to the multitude of ways your wish can come true and widen your net, releasing limiting beliefs about how your lover must look and who they have to be. This is important. I know so many people who want to manifest love, but they'll tell you in a second there are no good men out there. Or every time I'm in a relationship, this is what always happens. They're surrounded by disbelief. They're surrounded by a lack of faith, and they're surrounded by a lack of inner growth and an ability to self-examine and to evaluate and assess what it is that they are doing in their own life to create this. You have to be in charge of your life in order to manifest the quality of love you want, which means all areas of your life that you're responsible for in this reality, your intellectual growth, your personal growth, your physical growth, your financial growth, your emotional and mental expansion, all of those things, you need to be doing the work in all of those areas. You have to be. Because as you're growing in those areas, those are the things that prepare you for the very things you want to manifest in your life. If we cannot master ourselves, how are we really going to invite that person into our lives that we really, really want? And this is where the grind work comes in, or whatever that word is. This is where the rubber meets the road, because we all have a lot of work to do, and the busier that we get about doing that work, whether it's changing your diet and eating healthy, or beginning to do mindset work, or beginning to work out, beginning to take better care of your spirit, beginning to do the emotional decluttering that you need to do, whatever it is, the more that you do that, and the more healing that you do, the greater your love frequency is going to radiate from within you, because you will feel more whole. There's no such thing as more whole. You will feel whole. And when you feel whole and complete, because you're focusing on your life and you're focusing on your priorities, you bring more balance and harmony into your life. And it's very natural when you have more balance and harmony into your life that you're attracting abundance. because you're relaxed, you're not pining away, you're not clingy, as this book says a second ago. And you're able to then raise your vibrational frequency, which takes you out of lack, which puts you in a higher vibrational bracket. When you settle in a relationship, you're settling for something that has made you unhappy, and that places you in a lower vibrational bracket. That in and of itself should tell you that the person that you are with is not the person that you are supposed to be with. And unless you are interested in being a martyr, the best thing that you can do is to pull yourself up by your bootstraps and move forward. Okay, move towards that thing that is calling you forward, that requires that you break your ties from the past. Last but not least, participate in activities that will usher in love energy. Begin to truly nurture a love frequency to attract the relationship of your dreams. The question is, what do you need to do now? Or what do you need to change now in order to attract love into your life? So I'm asking you in that little verbal there, what is it in your life that you need to do to love on you, or to show gratitude for the love that's already in your life in order to be able to attract? And what is it that you're not doing, or what is it that is wrong with focusing on trying to find someone? How much of your time do you spend trying to manifest and create a relationship, or force someone to be with you, or manipulate a situation so that you can be with the person that you want to be with, or get yourself together every day hoping and praying that you're going to meet the one, and all of that futile energy and life fuel that you're pouring into something when you need to be pouring that into yourself and accepting that it will come into your life when you're ready, and it will come into your life according to divine timing, and that you can prepare yourself to manifest that love in your life by getting ready, and by seeing everything in your life that you're doing right now as helping you get to that ultimate outcome, which is attracting that person into your life. So this video today was about helping you to see the significance, all right, of really spending the time to nurture love in your life in the ways that it already exists in your life, in the ways that it already exists with the people around you. All right, and through the things that you may be participating in, whether it's hobbies, sports, taking care of yourself, belonging and going to certain groups, whatever it is that you may be doing that makes you feel good, that gives you that sense of higher vibration, that puts you in harmony, that helps you to see what you already have around you in the way of love. Nurturing more of that, which brings about wonderful feelings of love and happiness and lightness and high vibrational energy. Nurturing more of that is what's going to allow you to attract that other stuff into your life. Nurturing more happiness and more love vibration is what really makes you beautiful. It doesn't matter what you look like. You guys have seen gorgeous people before who look ugly. They have an ugly energy. And once you get past the glitter, you realize it's not gold, because there's no substance. There's nothing going on internally that makes that person radiate light from within, because we are all light in the first place, right? So you can always get a sense of where a person is vibrationally by the vibe that you pick up when you're around that person. So when you're looking for love, or when you're trying to manifest love, or when you're magnetizing love in your life, let me not even say looking, when you are meeting the timeline that you already have and are experiencing love in your life, when you're trying to raise to that identity to meet that timeline so that you can draw that experience to you, spend time loving on the people that are already in your life. Okay, think about your children during the day. Send them notes and messages of love. Speak to the people that you see on the street. Say hello. Give love to every passerby. Feel good about the gift of life. Do things. Be of service. Give charity. Feel good about life. Take care of yourself. Be learning. Be involved in extracurricular activities. Take care of your health. Love on yourself. Appreciate and cultivate an attitude of gratitude for the wonderful things that you already have in your life. Begin to till the soils and tend to the things that you have already been blessed blessed with. And the more that you tend to the things that you've already been blessed with, the more you send the message out, I'm ready for more. Give me more, give me more, give me more, because I'm taking care of what I already have. I hope that you received some enlightenment from this video number 3. Stay tuned for video number 4 in our series, and I can't wait to talk to you again soon. Check me out on IamMelaninMagic.com for your natural and organic hair and skincare needs. Okay, new products always in development. You may find something on there that can serve you. Check us out. You can also find me at tdiareiki.com, butterflytransformations.com. Go to my Teachable website if you want to take some of the online classes that I offer. Thank you for spending this time in your day with me today, and I hope to see you for our next video. Bye.